set a new school record with 5 victories, and it goes to Brad Bellerby. MVP for this year's team, Tim Puddester. We have one more award to give out, and that's the Coach's Award, and it's going to go to Anthony Weeks. Congratulations to the winners, and we're looking forward to next year.
Thanks very much, Sam, Bob, and Mike, and the men's baseball team. Women's softball's up next. Another outstanding season. Only 3 times in our school's history have we not made it to the Final Four in the championships. An outstanding first-year team combined with some veterans had a great year. It didn't come up the way they had thought it might up in North Bay. Of all places, Richard, North Bay's in the league now, imagine that. And Jim knows where that is. Women's softball head coach, 7th season, one of the top coaches in the league for those 7 seasons, and continuing a great tradition of women's softball carried on from Richard and Jim. Please welcome Jim Nemish. Assistant coach, Sean Whiteley.
Thank you very much, Kenny. I'd just like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the inductees to the Hall of Fame tonight. You're all very deserving. It wasn't a very good year for us. We didn't win a medal. I thought we should have. 10 rookies in the lineup. But other than that, they played their hearts out. They worked hard, and it just wasn't meant to be this year, ladies. Rookie of the Year in her first year. Played 4 or 5 different positions for us, mostly our starting center fielder, Amanda Jeffrey. Top pitcher, Sharon Taylor. Unfortunately, Sharon couldn't be with us tonight. Coach's Award for dedication, determination, and perseverance, Sonia Leclerc. Sonia couldn't be here with us, and just a note for you that we're in North Bay. Sonia caught the bronze medal game with a broken thumb for 5 innings before having to be replaced. Most valuable player. She played third base, first base, second base, and led our pitching staff. Jennifer Egan.
Congratulations, ladies. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Sean. I'm sure we'll be back in that winner's circle regardless of the fact of the championships. Just to get there, a lot of teams don't have that opportunity. So be proud of your accomplishments. Next up, men's soccer. We stand here and present an awful lot of awards over the years that Coach Bojanovic had an opportunity to do. Our head coach at this present time in his third season, Tony LaFerrera. Tony, if you're here, he had a battle with a virus this week, so Tony said he might try to be here. Tony, are you here? Tony, unfortunately, is under the weather and could not make it tonight, but I'd like to call upon at this time assistant coach, and everyone knows who this is, Mr. Gord Oliver. I would ask that Aldo Lipa, if he could make it as well, as one of our associate coaches is here as well. It looks like Gord's going to handle it on behalf of Tony tonight. Tony's here. Where's Tony? Victor is Tony back there. Anyways, Gord, if you could handle the presentations, that would be great. And present. Men's soccer this year had an outstanding season. Silver medalists, the Ontario Championships, and within a slight hair of any number of breaks at the end of that game in playing against Fanshawe College after defeating in one of the most exciting games I've witnessed over the years in the semifinals in Hamilton under terrifically cold and windy conditions. We beat Humber College 1-0 in that semifinal, a tremendous accomplishment. And then hitting the field the next day under even colder and windy conditions. And David Staley doing an outstanding job in net, and the guys played outstanding. It went to overtime, a second overtime, and to 2 rounds of penalty kicks before we had just a slight bad luck on several occasions, and that close to going to the national championships. But I'm telling you, some outstanding soccer being played in the college system, and a lot of it happening right here at Durham College. And this year's Rookie of the Year, please come forward, John Lawrence. Coaches Award this year, which is a new award as you're familiar with those student athletes returning. The Coaches Award this year presented to the men's soccer team for someone who goes above and beyond the call of duty and his organizational skills now, perhaps maybe being involved somewhat in our coaching staff next year as an apprentice under Coach LaFerrera. Coaches Award this year, David English. Some outstanding clutch goals, including at the championships, some memorable ones, and we had an outstanding men's soccer team. And MVP this year goes to Michael Ducart. Congratulations, Michael. Thanks very much, Gord, for making the presentations. Men's soccer. Women's soccer's next. It's a great pleasure to introduce a first-year head coach, and certainly another great opportunity for a former grad to get involved in the coaching system. And not only was it his first year, but took his team to the Central East Division Championship. Unfortunately, some bad breaks, as they happen in sport, fell us at home. And we exited the playoffs a little bit earlier than expected against Algonquin, but in his first year was named by his peers Central East Division Coach of the Year. Please welcome Ike Altonstad, assistant coach Lori Farron.
It's my first year coaching this year, and I think I was blessed with a great group of women. They made it easy on me. Very talented bunch. It left everything on the field, gave me all they had, and actually made me look good with this award for Coach of the Year. But if I could coach them again, I'd be delighted. They were just super, and I made a lot of good friends, and so it was great. So just a wonderful year. So first year too was great. Anyway, my MVP this year. Like this team, there was tons of talent this year, and my choice for MVP was based more on this player. She showed up every game, worked hard. I found her to be an inspirational leader to the team, and I remember in our quarterfinal game that we lost, she ended up with a bleeding nose, came out for a couple minutes, went back in. But this young lady, she's just super, and I like to call up Maya Wade. And
Okay, this year's Rookie of the Year award was hard to pick. With only 4 returning players and 40 rookies, it felt like. It was a hard decision. This year's award goes to a great defensive player. She always wore a smile on her face, and I'd like to congratulate Carrie Nelson. Okay, this year's Coaches Award. This wasn't as hard to pick. It's not necessarily an MVP or All-Star that gets this award, but in this case, this person sure isn't a stranger to the soccer field. In her 3 years here, she's had so many accomplishments on and off the field. It's unreal. And she was always the first to practice, the last to leave. Even on her days off, she'd be out in the soccer field, kicking the ball around by herself. God knows why, but it gives me great pleasure to present this year's Coaches Award to a great athlete and a very good friend, Alison Gaberlin.
Congratulations, ladies. Great effort this season, and certainly a first-year coaching staff. Watch out for the women's soccer team next year. Thanks, Ike. Thanks, Lori. Women's volleyball's next. And Stan is still here, all set to go. Head coach Stan Marchant, his 13th season just completed. Recorded his 150th career win this year. He stands at 151. And I'm telling you, there's an awful lot of great volleyball that Stan has seen over the years. And he had another great year this year. A silver medal at the Ontario Championships up in Sudbury, even with record snowfall. Stan drove up himself, by the way, so he could be there on time. And women's volleyball team at this time, presentations by Stan Marchant.
Well, it was a pleasure to coach the team. Great bunch of players, athletes, and people. Wasn't hard to make them work. They just loved the game and gave everything to the game and to Durham College. And I guess because I'm the oldest coach here, I get to pick a couple of extra awards, so it's difficult for me to choose. So we have 2 rookies this year. Both made the starting lineup and did a great job, Sarah Newman and Jen Bowers. Now, I had the same trouble in MVP. Now, these 2 young ladies were also All-Stars, and Joanna Van Dyke and Samantha Langford. And a coach's award to a young lady, over the past 2 years, played all 6 positions on the court. She didn't sometimes like it very much, but she always did it to her best of her ability, worked hard. Allison Thomas.
And I would at this time like to call up someone, as we know, and presented last year as the Fan of the Year. I don't think there's any game he missed on the volleyball court the last 4 years, I'm sure. Please come forward, Mr. John Langford, to assist in the next presentation. A special presentation tonight, and over the years we have recognized some outstanding contributions to athletics and outstanding careers, and certainly an OCAA All-Star again this year for the 3rd time, League All-Star once again, Championship All-Star, and All-Star Game representative. She played softball in her first 2 seasons here, but more importantly for her contributions on the volleyball court, it gives me great pleasure to include our #1 fan, but more importantly, this young lady's #1 fan, her father, Mr. John Langford, and head coach Stan Marshall will be retiring. #4 for women's volleyball, Samantha Langford. Sam's #4 will proudly be displayed in our Wall of Fame. She also gets a keeper as well, and a banner will hang in our gymnasium, recognizing #4. Congratulations, Samantha. John, you can hang on to it for a little while. Need it back. Thanks, John. Men's volleyball's next. No introduction is needed for this gentleman who took his team to the national championships a year ago. Many of those Ontario champions played again this year, and a great group of young men represented our men's volleyball team once again. Tough draw up in Sudbury. We ended up with a bronze medal, but of course it was still against Humber, who still hasn't beaten us over the last 4 years. Please welcome head coach, 4th season, Mr. Lawrence Bishop, assistant coach Dave Boyce.
First of all, I want to thank Ken for not putting me last for the 4th straight year. Really appreciate that. 2 thank yous and 1 congratulations before I get into the awards. First of all, we wouldn't be here tonight honoring all these athletes and coaches and fans, sponsors and supporters for one person, and everyone knows who that is in the room. It's been a common theme all night. I just want to get my div in because this person's been very influential in my career, in my life. That's Dave. Thank you very much for everything. Second thank you goes out to the athletic staff under Ken and everybody in that area. A special thank you to Karen for making sure nothing slipped between the cracks, keeping me on my toes all the time. Thank you very much, Karen. Congratulations on behalf of the men's volleyball team. I want to make a special congratulations to the efforts and the wonderful season that our men's basketball team had under Coach Kerry Benson. What a spectacular thing. I just wanted to mention that. I'll go right into the Rookie of the Year award. Very pleased to have this person here at the college. He began his post-secondary career at Mohawk. Came to Durham last year. It's too bad I didn't have the opportunity to convince him to come out last year. This person really fit in near the end of the season. Some holes that we had. It was very was a spark plug out there when he was out there and scored Folsom. Thanks. Last year when I was up on the stage, I introduced this guy as a long-haired freak who smoked and drank a lot. Nothing's changed. Stu, pal, come on. Final award is a very special award, something that I started 2 years ago, and I'm very pleased to see that Ken has caught on and allowed the other coaches to offer this award. First of all, I want to identify 2 previous winners for the Coaches Award the past 2 years. Two guys who have fulfilled 4 years here at the college, had a lot of success, and mean a lot to me because they've been with me for the past 4 years. Because this is my 4th year here, and that's Damian Page and Steve McDonald. Coach's Award is a very special award to me because it's everything that you want in an athlete, and someone who's very coachable, and most importantly is a very good person. And this person came to us from another institution 2 years ago, and we were very honored to have him. His whole family is dedicated to the sport of volleyball, and he continues to do great things. Robbie Herkoff.
Congratulations, men's volleyball. Women's basketball is next. OCAA champions, Division I. We've had several Division II champions in the past. Division I champions for the first time, and a thrilling season. And I'd like to call upon the head coach and a former teammate of mine, and certainly a great job in his second season, head coach Mike Duggan, assistant coaches Gord Wallace and Dave Combs. So we put the tape on there.
Thanks, Ken. First of all, I want to thank my two co-coaches, Dave Combs and Gord Wallace, for their outstanding support this year. It would have been a long year, so thanks, guys, and the girls appreciate you too. Rookie of the Year. Now, we didn't really keep great stats because Rick Green, who's unfortunately not here, he went and he would have maybe 1.5 steals a game. Really, this person's getting 4.5 steals a game. Rick had her scoring 3 points a game, and she's averaging 8 points a game. Tremendous individual, first-year player, sportsman program, Rookie of the Year, Chantal Marsh. MVP. Sorry. MVP. Wow, what a choice. Coaching staff had a tie. This first individual, coming from our arch rival, Seneca College, OCAA All-Star, three-point Coca-Cola three-point shootout champion. First team league All-Star, All-Canadian, OCAA First Team All-Star, Marcy Scribe. Second MVP. This person is in her last year. She'll be leaving us, and we're sad to see her go. Tremendous individual. Moved into 5th in the
all-time scoring race in the OCAA. OCAA First Team All-Star, Julie Goodhouse. Coaches Award. This student athlete is the epitome of a team player. She can steal. She can swear. This individual, unfortunately, blew out her knee the very first game back in the second half of the season. She did not miss one practice, one game. Coaches Award, Kelly Morrison.
Congratulations, ladies, coaches, OCAA champions for the first time in school history in Division I. At this time, we have a special award in women's basketball to present to a young lady who is leaving us this year. And she came to us from a small town in Smith Falls, Ontario, not too small. There's Ness. Great town. This young lady in her career at Durham College over a 3-year span was named an All-Canadian, led the league in scoring 2 consecutive years, a league All-Star each of her seasons. She graduates this year, and we're very proud to retire her number 44, Julie Goodhouse. Proudly displayed in our Wall of Fame, and your banner number 44 will be raised next year in our gymnasium. Congratulations, Julie, and a terrific, outstanding 3 seasons. Men's basketball is next. And I'd like to introduce in a moment, and for the first time, OCAA Division I champions, first time in our school history, and any of our teams CCAA national champions. Please welcome head coach Kerry Vincent and his 4th season assistant coach Bob Marsh. I would also like, and it's kind of a special moment for Durham alumni, to introduce someone at this time who was a member of the 1982-83 Division II Championship men's basketball team, the only previous championship team, to come forward, former alumnus and an international athlete in the Paralympic Games and a world record holder in 2 events. I won't guess at them, Frank, but they're either the 400, 200, 100 shot put or discus. You pick 2. Frank, come on up. Frank Bruno, alumni, Durham College.
Anyway, we'll try and keep
This wouldn't be happening right now if 4 years ago Dave Stewart didn't talk me into coming down here, and I'm glad he did it because I wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to coach this team and have them perform this accomplishment. So this really all started with Dave Stewart 4 years ago. Just relay one little incident from the championships in Vancouver for you. The night before the final game, we had a little team meeting in one of the rooms with all the players, and I gave them a couple of thoughts, and the thoughts were that there's about 80 teams that have college men's basketball, and they're all trying to get here for this game to win this championship. And I myself have been trying to get a team there for about 10 years. And you know, it was a big thing that we were there, because not a lot of people expected us to actually be in that championship game. And I said to the guys, you know, you don't know if you're ever going to get this opportunity again. And it's an opportunity that many really good players never get in their entire careers. So you have to take this moment and seize this day. And boy, they sure did the next day, I'll tell you. They sure did. I'd like to give them a hand.